Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector, and happy Tuesday to everybody. I think it's Tuesday. It's that time where during the holidays where all the days just kind of run together, and if you're taking any time off and you're like, well, what day is it again today? We're in that weird period between Christmas and New Year's. Got a lot to look forward to on New Year's Eve with TCU playing in the college football semifinals against Michigan. Go Frogs. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm just happy we're there kind of guy. And so I don't have any expectation. I'd love us to win, obviously, but I'm kind of I'm just happy to be there. Uh, lots has been going on personally, and I'm sure you guys, just like me, always have the trying to balance hobby with real life, right? Hobby's the fun part of life, and then you've got real life. Sometimes isn't fun. A lot of times is fun. We had some really fun things and some not so fun things happen, all of which has been like, oh my gosh, really? So I don't know about you guys. Several of you I've heard of that have had the same situation that I did, where our pipes burst out at our ranch house. And so it's super cold here, and just our stuff's not used to that. Our houses and all that kind of stuff isn't used to super cold. And so I haven't had water out there, been out there the last few days, came back today. Finally, plumbers were there today. Shockingly, plumbers don't work on Christmas. Well, actually they will for the right price, but we got them all fixed today. And so that's good. All the water is flowing correctly, but you guys know that's not ever cheap. And you're just like, that's not ever like, oh, I had planned for that, and so that kind of stuff. Something we had kind of planned for, but didn't really know the timing. But we have one daughter, her name's Jessica. She graduates next May from University of Oklahoma, and she got engaged to a great guy named Joe about a week and a half ago. And so now there's a wedding in my future, and planning for that and the financial obligations with that. And Julie and I are talking about remodeling the ranch house and all kind, first world problems. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But all of this makes you go, golly, okay, there's only so much money. That's for all of us, and it has to be allocated appropriately to make sure all the things get done that need to get done. But it's fun to try to juggle all that and figure it out. And we're planning for next year, like what are we going to be doing? What trips are we taking, if any? And certainly the National is on the list, right, of things. I think Julie's going to go next year, which will be great, at least for a few days, and maybe even get to meet some of y'all out there. That'd be, if you want to meet her, put it down below if you want Julie to go to the National, because she won't believe me when I say that people want to meet her at the National. So if you want to meet Julie and meet her at the National, put a comment down below. I'll show her the comments later. Let her know how much she's loved out there. Yeah, so I got a couple extra Christmas things that I hadn't shown off yet, a couple cards that came in the mail today. But just trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about before I flip it around. I guess not. But if I think of anything, I'll let you know on the flip side. Hang on one second. All right, let's do the Christmas fun stuff first. I got a card here. Merry and Bright. This is a nice long, I love it. Great note. This is from John, who's 80s kids cards. I just went totally 80s cards kids, John. I know it's John. Hey, Mike, thanks again for being an inspiration to me to start collecting vintage. You're welcome. Another big thanks for introducing us to Adam of Vintage Sanctuary. I think Adam introduced himself as Vintage Sanctuary, but I was glad to be a part of getting Adam out there to everybody, because he's awesome. Who has become a good friend, that's so cool to hear that. I hope to one day shake your hand and speak with you in person. I'm targeting Cleveland in 2024 as my first national. For the cards I included, the first is the guy most frequently mimicked by us during our wiffle ball games as kids. For the other, I sent a little something of a Texas legend for someone who most of us would call as a little something of a Texas legend in our YouTube community. Thank you, John. I'm just a dude who likes cards, just like you guys, but thanks for the nice note. He did send me a couple of cards. I need to open this up if I can. I can tell who they are. I just got to get them to where I can show you guys who they are. Here we go. First up, little Sportflix Julio Franco. I get why you said you mimicked his stance, his batting stance. That's totally true. He had the most unique and awesome and great hitter. Julio Franco spent a couple of years with the Rangers. I love Sportflix cards. So look at that. That's what look at that bat. That's it. Multi-time All-Star. Played till he was like 72 years old, but great ball player. And then this is a card I did not have, actually. This is the 91 Topps Micro. I don't even know if it'll focus on that. It's so, there it goes. It's miniature. I mean, there's a regular card, but it's the Micro, Topps Micro. And so, oh no, this is the Cracker Jack. I can't remember if they call it Topps Micro Cracker. I don't know. But either way, I did not have this. So, John, thank you. That's awesome. Then I got a package from your good friend and mine, Snoop12922. It says, Mike, baseball collector, open first, which I've already opened it, but I'll open it. I'm opening it first. Of course, there's Snoopy, Christmas card for Snoop. And he says, Mike, for all you do to promote this hobby, I had to get you something for your desk. I know he's not a Texas Ranger, but I think he will be a future Hall of Famer. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you and Julie. See y'all at the National. Xavier, Snoop, and Steph, his wife. She's awesome too. I met her. Snoop, just great dude. And he sent me this is my first ever Funko Pop. And it's of the trash can buzzing, cheating Jose Altuve from the team I love to hate, the Houston Astros. Will Jose Altuve be a Hall of Famer? Probably someday. I wish I could get like some toy trash cans and put them next to this. I think that would be ideal, but you know, he does want it on my desk, so I'm going to have to put it back here on the desk just to keep Snoop happy. Don't need Snoop doing a rant video about me or anything. So the last thing, it's been interesting because Topps, I don't know if you guys are not Hall of Famers, 5-star, Topps 5-star came out finally, 2022, and it's got a great checklist of autograph, especially Hall of Fame autographs on it. And I love to collect those. And there are 28 Hall of Famers. And like, oh my gosh. And they're so cool. Like, I'm not really complaining, but that's 28 more cards that get added to my want list now. So every time I think I'm making progress, something else gets added to it. A new Hall of Famer gets elected or whatever. But either way, here are two cards that I get to knock off my list. 84 Donruss. This is a set that I am doing. It's beyond the 4-decade set. I'm doing the 84 Donruss Hall of Fame run and the 89 Upper Deck Hall of Fame run, just because I think those are two just awesome sets, and just love this design. Just remember it so much as a kid. So there's the Gary Carter. I got that in an 8. And then I'm actually surprised I didn't have this yet, but the Cal Ripken I didn't have. Third year Cal Ripken. And that's in a mint 9. So, but got both of these from the same seller. There were actually a bunch more that I needed that I bid on that I just got outbid on. And I'm kind of that guy. I'll put in a snipe and fire and forget. It is, if I get it, great. If I don't, I'll get it some other time. And so I always just put in a price I'm willing to pay. So 2 more 84 Donruss cards knocked off the list. A Jose Altuve Funko Pop added to the desk. That's it for today, guys. Thanks so much. If I don't talk to you, have a great New Year's. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Keep collecting.